The Tecno CAMON 19 Pro has the potential of being the best camera smartphone Tecno has so made. The camera is so good that Tecno forgot to improve other areas of the smartphone. But I think if you have the Tecno CAMON 18 Premier, there is really no need for you to buy the CAMON 19 Pro. You might want to think twice and hold on to a CAMON 18 Premier for at least 1 more year. Let me explain this. So when it comes to camera, the CAMON 19 Pro has super rear cameras. You have 64 megapixel main camera with new sensor algorithm. Then you have optical image stabilization with laser autofocus. So those features go help the CAMON 19 Pro to deliver better image quality both at night and in daytime. Then you also have the 50 megapixel portrait lens, which is telephoto lens, that has improved the best portrait lens any Tecno smartphone don't ever get, and that one is the CAMON 19 Pro. Then the third lens is 2 megapixel. That means there's no dedicated ultra wide lens. The front, you have 32 megapixel selfie camera. So when it comes to this camera parts department, the CAMON 19 Pro is better and is one of the best camera smartphone Tecno has ever made. But when it comes to the display, there the catch starts coming in. The CAMON 19 Pro has IPS LCD touchscreen, while CAMON 18 Premier gets Super AMOLED touchscreen, and both get 120Hz refresh rate. Then when you look at the poncho, the cutouts for the selfie camera, on the CAMON 18 Premier it is smaller than what you get on the CAMON 19 Pro. And the reason is because the CAMON 18 Premier, they use AMOLED. And with AMOLED touchscreen, you can have a smaller cutout for the selfie camera. But with IPS LCD, it is always big. And that is because of the IPS LCD touchscreen. So when it comes to software, you have Android 11 on the CAMON 18 Premier. And according to Tecno, by August, it will upgrade to Android 12. And then on the CAMON 19 Pro, you get Android 12 out of the box and to be upgrading to Android 13. Both also have 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of internal storage. And in terms of the battery aspect, you have 5000 mAh on the Tecno CAMON 19 Pro. So aside from the camera, you see that is where the major upgrade is. In terms of the chipset, both are powered by MediaTek Helio G96 chipset, which is one area that Tecno has overlooked over the years. Because with the CAMON 19, with the MediaTek Helio G96 chipset, you can't shoot video in 4K resolution. So despite the CAMON 19 Pro having a sophisticated hardware and little software algorithm to upgrade the photography experience, when it comes to videography, it is still lacking behind. Okay, let's compare it to the CAMON 17 Pro. CAMON 17 Pro last 2 generation is the last Tecno CAMON smartphone that can shoot in 4K resolution. Since that time come, CAMON 18 Premier not go fit shoot 4K, CAMON 19 Pro not fit still shoot 4K. But I am so convinced that CAMON 19 Pro 5G, that is the 5G of CAMON 19 Pro, which should be more expensive, that one fit come with 4K resolution in terms of the camera video outputs. Then let me talk about the Art Edition of the CAMON 19 Pro, which is known as the Mondrian Edition or CAMON 19 Pro Art Edition. Now, the terms of hardware, in terms of software, in terms of features, it is really not different from the CAMON 19 Pro monochromatic back cover edition. And the 7 pattern layouts on the back of the CAMON 19 Pro Art Edition, that they change color. It is real. I've seen that. It is real. But that is not glass. It's not made of glass. It's made of plastic. But the question is how practical it is for you to use it. For example, imagine you are holding the smartphone with the monochromatic back cover and you need UV lighting or direct sunlight to change the back cover. That means if you dey waka, you need to hold the phone to the sun for it to be changing, because normally nobody dey hold back cover of the phone upward. You normally use your screen, right? So it's really not practical in terms of use, but it is beautiful. The beauty is there, but practicality of it is really not top notch. And then you also come to think of it that it is not glass, which means if you want to showcase the beauty, you can go ahead with that because it's made of plastic. But the front, you have to buy a protective case or a protective tempered glass to protect the screen. Aside from that, the Mondrian is the same with normal CAMON 19 Pro. So this information I just passed now, it's mostly related to the CAMON 19 Pro. I'm really interested to see the CAMON 19 Pro 5G. I want to see the difference it will bring and that will be more expensive. And any moment from now, I might start having info about that. So I might make another video to tell you, give you guys updates about the CAMON 19 Pro 5G in a couple of hours or few days. So make sure to subscribe and turn the post bell. But let me know, do you think this upgrade between the CAMON 19 Pro, is it worth it? Will it cut an upgrade over the Tecno CAMON 18 Premier? Because in my opinion, I'll still recommend those with CAMON 18 Premier to keep their smartphone for at least 1 more year. Just wait for CAMON 20 series, maybe then to worth the upgrade. But let me know your opinion in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around in my next one.